Hi, welcome to Yoga by Janelle. Today's class is going to be an intermediate vinyasa class. For this class today, you will need a yoga mat, 1 or 2 yoga blocks, and just to power through. You can try this class if you're a beginner, and you may find some little bit challenging poses, but that's okay. You're just going to find your breath and breathe through those poses. All right, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose today. Now bring your toes together. Spread those knees out towards the sides of your mat. Dropping your head down to the mat while having your bottom float towards your feet. We're just going to breathe. And inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And inhale again. And exhale it out. While you're in this position, allow yourself to relax that mind, releasing all worries and concerns and thoughts, and focusing on your breath. Breathe in, filling those lungs, expanding that belly, and exhaling it out. Inhale again. Notice on your abdominal muscles. Inhale again. Notice how your belly expands, and exhale it out. And your belly deflates like a balloon. Breathing it in, notice how your belly swells like a balloon. And as you exhale it deflates. One more breath. And exhale it out. Now come into tabletop position. And we're just going to step back a little bit. We're going to go into cat and cow. Drop your abdomen down and gaze upward. Straight ahead, inhale it. Exhale, round your back out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. You're going to tuck your toes. You're going to push up into a first downward dog. Open those heels towards the back of the room. Stretching those arms out. Fingers should be spread wide apart. Chest should be pushing into those thighs. Your head should be down, looking between your toes. Abdominal muscles should be drawn in. You're going to walk those feet, loosening up those ankles a little bit, and those knees. I'm going to go ahead and up and transition into standing. You're going to inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale it to your heart center. I invite you to come to the center of your mat. You're going to inhale, lift, and exhale it down. Going to inhale it up. Gaze upward, exhale it down. Going to inhale, lift, and we're going to go into a slight back bend. You're going to hold your hands together and breathe. Take a few breaths here. Back to center, exhale it down. Inhale, lift. And we're gonna exhale it to your right. Taking a side bend. Hold it there. And exhale. Inhale it up. Exhale it to your left. Taking a few breaths. And exhaling back up. I'm going to drop those arms down. And we're going to rotate your right foot. We're stepping back up to the top of our mat. We're going to inhale, lift. Your gaze should be up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back into plank. In plank, you want your elbows and your shoulders and your wrists in alignment. You want to engage your abdominal muscles. Fingers should be spread apart, and your bends of your elbows should be facing forward. Your neck should be aligned with the rest of your body. We're going to drop it down to lower ourselves to the ground, bending those elbows back. Untuck your toes, inhale into cobra, just lifting the back slightly, keeping the shoulders down, back away from your ears. Exhaling it down again, tuck those toes, pushing up into downward facing dog. And then step back forward. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale to your heart center. All right, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back into plank. Lowering yourself down to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come up on into tabletop if you need to transition to tabletop. And we're going to start first with the first modification we're going to take. You can just stay on your hands and knees. And hands and knees, your hips should be hip width distance apart. Shoulders should be in alignment with your wrist and your elbow. We're just going to lift that leg up and down. This would be for my beginners. If you're looking for a more challenge, we're going to push up into downward facing dog. You're going to take your left leg up and lower it down. And lifting it up and down. And up. And down. And up. And down. I'm going to come back down into plank, bringing it down to the ground. Inhaling it into cobra. Exhaling it forward. Pushing back up into downward dog again. Now lifting the right leg. And down. And inhale it up. And exhale it out. And down. One more time. And lower it down. Chaturanga again. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling it down. Pushing back up to downward dog. Going to walk forward or look up and step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, heart center. I'm going to inhale, lift. Gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back into plank once more, lowering down into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale it forward, down. We're going to push back up into downward facing dog. This time we're going to lift that leg up. Exhale, bringing it in towards your knee. Bring that knee into your elbow. Inhale, push it up.
Exhale, pulling that knee into your elbow. Inhale, lifting up again. Keep those abdominal muscles tight. Exhale, pulling it in to your elbow. And coming back down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to the ground. Tucking those toes, lifting into downward facing dog. Lifting that right leg. You're going to inhale. You're going to bring it into your elbow. Lifting it up. Inhaling it in. One more time. And back up. Coming down. Inhale. Cobra. Exhale. Pushing back into child's pose. Coming up. Pushing into downward facing dog. We're going to transition back to the front of our mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift, arms up. And exhale, heart center. We're going to go into our chair. So you're going to inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back into plank. We're going to lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, forward fold, down to the ground. Exhale into downward facing dog. We're going to lift that leg, stepping into a high lunge. We're going to lift it up. You're going to lean forward. You can grab your block and lift that leg up. Lifting up that right leg. Keeping those abs held in. Dropping that leg down. Lift up into our warrior one. Rotating that heel down to the ground. Hips are squared off. We're going to open into our warrior two. You want that back foot to be 45-degree angle, gazing over your right arm. You're going to fold back into your reverse warrior, gazing at the eye of your elbow. Coming back to warrior two, going into your side stretch here. Your side angle lunge. Again, gazing at your eye of your elbow. Sending energy all the way from the heel through that finger. Coming back up again to warrior two. Kind of bring your left leg up a little bit. You're going to push your weight into your left leg. Down to the floor on your right leg. You can use your block if you need to. We're going to put a bend in that front leg there. Lifting that leg into a half moon. You want hips to be facing forward. You can extend that arm. Your gaze can be down or your gaze can be straight ahead. And for more challenge, your gaze can go upward. See, lost it. So yeah, it does get a little bit more challenging. And bring that hand down, drop that arm and foot. We're going to come back up and we're going to rotate that left foot to the edge of the mat. Coming into your high lunge. So that back heel is going to be lifted. We're going to drop down, bring your block. Lifting into, this is actually a warrior three. If you were to lift those arms straight out, Dropping that leg down. We're gonna rotate that onto our warrior one. Heel should be on the floor. Pelvis should be still squared, but should be at a 45-degree angle. Open into your warrior two. Gazing over that left arm. Keep those abdominal muscles drawn in. Lower that right arm down, rotating that left arm up into your reverse warrior. Keeping that bend in that left leg. Coming back through warrior two, dropping that forearm onto that knee and stretching that right arm out, gazing at the eye and the elbow. Breathing through, noticing the energy that's flowing through those hands all the way down to that foot. Make sure you're breathing. Notice where your mind is wandering. Any thoughts that are entering, allow them to leave. Focusing on your breath. Coming back into warrior two. You're going to push that weight back into your right hip. Lowering yourself down. You grab onto your block if you need it. And we're going to put a bend in that left knee. Lifting up into your half moon. Hips are going to be facing forward. Extending that arm if you can. If you're having neck issues, your gaze should be down. Otherwise, you can look forward or you can look up. And we're going to drop it down. Remove that block. Going to come back up to stand. And this time we're going to rotate and go back up to the top of your mat. Make sure you move your blocks clear off of your mat. We're going to inhale to chair. We're going to exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the ground. Stepping back into plank. I'm going to lower down to the ground. And we're going to take crocodile for a few moments. Breath. Lifting that head, we're going to go into our Supermans. You can lift the opposite arm and leg at the same time, keeping those abdominal muscles drawn in and switching, or you can lift both at the same time. So you're going to tighten up those abdominal muscles. You're going to inhale, lift, exhale it down, inhale, lift, exhale down. These are great for core strengthening. Inhale, lift, exhale down. The back is part of your core. So that's why it's important to strengthen it as well. And one more time. And release it. I'm gonna go ahead and bend your legs up so that your feet are facing forward. You're gonna reach behind us, grabbing onto your feet. Bring those thighs together. If this is where you are today, please stay in that position. Otherwise, tighten those abdominal muscles up. We're gonna lift up and hold it. And releasing that bow pose, we're gonna push back up into child's pose again. Countering that black bend. Coming up into downward facing dog. You can step or you can walk yourself forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back into plank. And bringing it down. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog, which is where you lift up, having your entire lower body elevated off the ground. And bringing it back down. We're going to push back up into plank. We're going to go into side plank. In side plank, you're just going to rotate onto one side, stretching that arm up. You can modify by bringing that top leg in. You can also modify by dropping the back leg down and extending the top leg. So those are two ways to modify side plank. And hold it. Try to keep that shoulder in line with the rest of your arm. This is good for strengthening that core as well. And we're going to go to the other side. Again, modifications will be the inside leg is going to be bent back. The top leg is going to be extended out and you're holding. You can also have the bottom leg extended and the top leg is in front of it. And you can also have it stacked on top. And release it. Now come down onto the ground. We're going to bring that right arm out. We're going to lift your left leg up. Turn your head to face the left. We're going to get a little shoulder stretch. And we're going to roll and bring that left leg on to the floor, stretching that shoulder out. And coming back onto your stomach, we're going to do the same thing with the other arm. Stretching that arm out. And rolling over onto, letting that right leg hit the floor. And coming back over. Pushing up into child's pose. Let her kind of thread that needle through, threading that left arm through. And then loop your head down towards the as much as you can. And unwinding here, we're going to do the opposite on the other arm. And we're going to come back up. And we're going to find our way into a seated position, coming into our butterfly. I'm just going to hold it there. If you need, get my block. Sorry, I should have had this. I'm going to bring your block underneath if you have blocks and need that support. You can always lean into this a little bit. Okay, we're going to move our blocks out the way. We're going to come. We're going to lay on down to our backs. We're going to push up into a bridge. And lower it down. And push into your bridge again. And lower it down. Exhaling it down. I'm going to inhale to the bridge. And lower it down. I'm going to take that left leg across the right, pulling back towards your chest, stretching out those glutes into your figure four. And release it. We're going to switch to the other side. And release it. I'm going to open those arms up. I'm going to lower those legs to one side and gaze into the opposite side. And we're going to come back to center, exhaling it out to the opposite direction. And bring it back into center, exhaling it back out. Bring it back to center again. And release those legs to the ground. Bring those hands down to your sides. And we're just going to lie here in stillness, reflecting on your practice today. This is our final pose. It is called Shavasana. In this position, you allow your body to relax. Relax your muscles. Return to your normal breathing. And just notice how your body feels. Notice the energy that you have moving in your body. Notice any muscles that may have been stiff or sore, any tightness. Notice that those things have gone. And find gratitude in your practice. Go ahead and bring movement back into your fingers and your toes. And open your eyes if you have not done so. We're going to go ahead and come into a seated position. I'm going to ask that you sit for a few breaths just to kind of regain yourself and that you're not dizzy when you ascend to stand. As always, thank you for joining my class today. I hope this class has been a rewarding class for you. I hope that you've been able to stretch some muscles, gain some strength, find some balance. And just like you have to do those things on the mat, take all those same things to your life. Find that strength to keep pushing. Find that balance in your day so that you can get things done. And also find some rest. Lay down and rest sometimes. Sit down and read a book. Just take some time for yourself. So until next time, you guys, have a great day. If you enjoyed this class, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and of course drop a comment and share this with someone else. All right, guys, thanks so much.